Welcome to this explainer. If you're a dog owner, you've probably got that monthly routine down pat. You give your dog their heartworm medication, give them a little pat on the head, and you don't really think twice about it, right? It's just a basic chore, a standard preventative measure. But today we are uncovering an absolutely shocking, hidden benefit locked inside that routine monthly pill. We're going to look at some cutting edge science that shows how a super simple shift in how you deliver this medication can literally transform it. We're talking about taking a basic dewormer and turning it into a fascinating system-wide health shield for your best friend.
Okay, let's dive into this, because this question completely flips everything we know about routine pet care right on its head. What if that tiny little chewable could actually make your dog's internal environment incredibly hostile to cancer cells? No way, right? Now, before you start thinking this sounds like some kind of science fiction, I want to assure you this is completely grounded in the fascinating inner workings of your dog's biology. We're going to break down exactly how this works, why it works, and most importantly, how you can safely and easily apply this knowledge right at home.
Section 1. The Hack, an express bus for medicine. To really understand this superpower, we first have to talk about how the medicine actually gets into your dog's system. Because here's the secret. It isn't just about the drug itself, it's all about how we feed it. By making just one tiny adjustment to your routine, you are effectively hacking your dog's biology. Imagine your dog's digestive system is a massive highway. The active ingredient in heartworm medication, like Ivermectin, is highly fat-soluble. So if you just give them the pill on an empty stomach or, with standard dry kibble, it travels down that highway and immediately gets stopped at a massive toll gate. That toll gate is the liver. The liver does its job, filtering out and destroying a huge portion of the drug. But by simply mixing that pill with oil, we are completely upgrading the drug's journey. We're moving it from a blocked local road straight onto a direct express bus into the bloodstream, bypassing that liver toll gate entirely. Let's move to and see how this builds. When you thoroughly crush and mix that pill with a high-fat pet oil, the intestines basically package the drug and the oil together into these tiny waterproof fat bubbles. And because they're heavily disguised as fat, they don't even go into the blood vessels that lead to the liver. Nope. Instead, they jump straight into the body's lymphatic system. It's an incredibly safe, entirely natural detour that skips the liver completely and dumps the medication straight into the systemic bloodstream, which creates this massive, massive boost in absorption. Section 2. The Superpower. 3 anti-cancer alarms. And this brilliantly illustrates what happens next. So now we've got a significantly higher concentration of this medication circulating safely through your dog's entire body. But why does that matter for cancer? What actually happens when this boosted wave of medication reaches the cellular level? Well, it acts like 3 distinct security alarms against mutant cells. First, it literally blocks a specific protein that acts like a gas pedal for tumors, practically forcing them to hit the brakes. Second, it attacks the energy grid of those mutant cells, effectively starving them out. And third, it causes so much chemical stress that the bad cells literally trigger a self-destruct sequence. Honestly, it's like building a microscopic defense wall that just annoys and blocks newly forming bad cells from ever getting comfortable. Now, hearing all of that, it is incredibly easy to get excited. As pet owners, we want absolutely nothing more than to protect our furry family members. Finding some kind of magic bullet is the ultimate dream, right? Which leads us to the most critical question of this entire explainer. If your dog currently has cancer, can you just mix a heartworm pill with some oil and cure them? Section 3. The reality check, the dosage dilemma. We need to take a step back here and face the hard scientific truth. I know exactly how deeply we all want a simple, easy cure. But as someone who loves explaining the real science, it is my absolute duty to give you the whole picture without any false hope. We really have to look at the math to avoid a super dangerous misconception. The dosage of ivermectin in a standard monthly heartworm pill is tiny. It's just 6 micrograms per kilogram of your dog's body weight. That is a strict microdose designed simply to kill microscopic worm larvae. But to actually kill an established growing cancer tumor, clinical studies show you need a minimum of 200 up to over 2,000 micrograms per kilogram. Even if mixing the pill with oil boosts that absorption by 3 or 4 times, you are still absolutely nowhere near the blood concentration required to trigger actual tumor death. So the crucial point is this. The dose in that monthly pill is literally less than 1/30th of what farmers use to deworm livestock, let alone treat complex, aggressive oncology cases. It is physically, mathematically, and biologically impossible for this tiny microdose to act as a cancer-killing agent for a dog that is already sick. I really want to speak directly to anyone watching who might be dealing with a sick pet right now. I completely validate your desire to heal your dog. It's heartbreaking and we all want to fix it. But please, please do not rely on this as a replacement for actual veterinary oncology treatments. This method is absolutely not a cure. Expecting a boosted heartworm pill to shrink an existing tumor is a tragic misunderstanding of how the science works. If your dog has cancer, you need targeted, high-dose medical intervention from a professional vet. Section 4, the Daily Shield, reframing the microdose. Okay, now take a deep breath. Just because it's not a cure for existing cancer definitely doesn't mean this isn't an incredible breakthrough. Actually, scratch that, it's a massive advantage when we reframe how we look at it. We are shifting our entire mindset right now from treatment to prevention. There is a biological concept called hormesis. It means a tiny safe amount of chemical stress actually makes the body stronger. Instead of a toxic war zone used to fight huge tumors, this microprevention uses that tiny dose to constantly disrupt any microscopic mutant cells trying to settle down. It's like a monthly workout for your dog's immune environment, building up a preventative microdefense wall way before a tumor can ever even form. So how do we actually put this brilliant science into practice safely at home? It is literally so simple. Step 1. Get a high-quality, high-fat pet oil. Something like MyView is a great example, but really any safe lipid medium works. Step 2, and this is the absolute most crucial part, you have to crush or mix the pill thoroughly into the oil. Don't just drop the pill in the bowl next to the oil. The physical mixing is exactly what packages the medicine into those ExpressBus fat bundles we talked about. And step 3, just feed it to your dog. By doing this once a month, every single month, you aren't just preventing heartworm anymore. You are actively maintaining a lifelong preventative shield. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it perfectly summarizes everything we've learned. By totally demystifying the science today, we know for sure this isn't a magical cure-all for a sick dog. The dose barrier is absolute. But by simply mixing that routine pill with oil to bypass the liver, we completely turn a basic dewormer into the ultimate micropreventative vaccine. We're actively blocking the formation of a tumor microenvironment. It's just such an elegant, low-toxicity, easily lifestyle-integrated approach to keeping your dog healthier for much longer. Biology is just fascinating, isn't it? With just a tiny little shift in our perspective and literally a spoonful of oil, we can completely change the destiny of a medication inside our pets' bodies. You now have the knowledge to look at that monthly pill box not as some boring chore, but as an absolutely powerful tool in your preventative medicine arsenal. So, I'm going to leave you with this thought. Are you ready to turn your dog's simplest monthly routine into their strongest lifelong microshield? Take this knowledge, use it safely, and hey, here's to many, many more healthy, happy years with your best friend. Thanks so much for joining me in this explainer and keep learning.